Hey guys, Brandon with jabspokecenter.com, and today just want to tell y'all a little story and how running your business debt free it takes a lot of pressure off of you. I'm not in a pressure to sell anything. So we all know I still have my full-time job. Wife still has her full-time job. We both make pretty good money. And so I'm back on this slow down on eBay thing just because eBay takes a lot of time in the evenings for me to run it right. Like if I quit my job or if I lost my job tomorrow, 100% I would just hit eBay 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, whatever, and I would blow eBay up and still do the shows on the side because that's where the bread and butter is, right? But I'd put stuff up there. And honestly, I'll put stuff up there right at 100% of market. The market's kind of down right now. So some of my stuff is like 105, 110% market. I just put it up there. eBay's going to take their 13.5%. I promote everything at 2%, so that's going to be 15.5% they're going to take of it. And if somebody wants to pay it, they'll pay it and I'll get my money. And I'm into stuff between 70 and 80%, so I'll make 5 to 15%, right? And I have up there a Mewtwo EX from Breakthrough. It's graded PSA 8, and the last few sales have been at 220. And I know that because I just got the card the weekend before last at a show, and that's where they were all selling at. So I go and I put the card up there for 225, and then I do $12 shipping. Well, Brandon, that's a lot of shit. Okay, well, first of all, it's in a bag, and then I put it between two pieces of cardboard. Then I triple wrap it in bubble wrap, and then I put it in a poly mailer. I haven't had no complaints, no damages, and that works. And I also insure it. So over $100, you have to pay for extra insurance. So it's going to be 100% insured. So, I'm not going to lose out, and the buyer isn't going to lose out. Whatever happens to it. But, this guy hit me up today and said, I want to know if I do 205 shipped. And I'm like, okay, 205 shipped minus 20. So that's like 193 after shipping, and you don't really make a lot of money off shipping. Then you got to take it, and I was just like, nah. And I was nice, and I was like, hey man, I appreciate the offer. That's a really fair offer. But I'm just deeper into this thing with the eBay fees. I can't do it. Nice little generic, smooth over type thing. And it went like 5 hours, 6 hours, didn't hear nothing from the guy. And then he sent me back some screenshots of the recent sales. It's like, well, their last been selling at like 200. First of all, the fucking screenshot he sent me had 220s in it, in 200, and the 200 was from like early July. But whatever, like I don't know how to run comps, and everything. And he was like, so if you want to send over that offer, I'll buy it right now. To which I said, hey man, I really appreciate that. But yeah, I think I'll just take it to a card show this weekend. I'll price it at 200 and sell it for cash. Why would I get eBay fees? I don't need it, Ty. But then that got me thinking, because I do know how to run comps. I feel like I've been on eBay 3 years now. I feel like I'm pretty good on eBay. So I looked it up. eBay unsold. eBay for sale. Guess what? There's 5 of them on eBay right now. Your boy is the lowest on eBay. I'm on the lowest by $2, but he is the lowest by $2. And then you have people that were $40 more than me. So I'm just saying, like, I know I feel like my price is pretty fair. But if I had credit card debt, if I had loans I had to pay back, if I was in a bind, I probably would have took him up on that, and I might would have broke even, or maybe even lost a few dollars. Because I haven't done exact math of how much I would have got at eBay. But I'm just saying, it definitely wouldn't have been worth it. Especially if it got lost. Or then that guy kind of tries to pull some bullshit, talking about, well, this thing's got, a smudge on it, whatever. I don't know. I mean, So that's a good thing, but people will sit there and they'll do some crazy shit, right? Just to get a partial refund. That nobody seems to want to talk about when they talk about selling on eBay. That's another cost of business. It's every so often someone's going to want a partial refund or some bullshit, which, again, your boy don't play that. Now, I don't do partial refunds, but I tell you what, you return it to me, I'll give you a refund. And if they return it to me in the same condition I sent it out, I'll give them a full refund. 100%, no question asked. You didn't like it for whatever reason. I don't even fight. Like, even if it's I just changed my mind. You know, I have some seller's protection on eBay, so I'll still send it back. I'll give you a full refund. I've learned 70% of the time they won't send it back. They don't send it back. Guess what? eBay don't force the refund, so I get to keep my money. And they tried. They do send it back, and it, like I said, it came back the same condition that it left out in. Full percent refund. Full refund. But now if they swap the car or whatever, like they try some of that bullshit, I can try to fight it, but honestly, most of the times it's not worth it. Sometimes it is, but most of the time eBay's gonna side with the seller. I mean with the buyer. But as one of the seller protections I have, I only have to give 50% refund. So I'll give them 50% refund. And I'll, whatever, and I'll sell it, or I'll keep the shipping costs or whatever. And so that's one of the things you can do if you have free 30-day returns on eBay, if you didn't know that. So me and my cousin was talking today about Destin Rival ETBs. He's really wanting some. I told him I could get some for, it was going to be $1,300 a case, so $130 ETB. But then I found some more today for 117 shipped, but he had about 20 of them. I just ain't got no money, especially with the 30th coming. So I was gonna say if he wanted to go ahead, but he just wants one. That ain't enough. But Destin Rival's coming down. I do still believe the Pitch Black and Chaos Rising booster boxes is the way to go right now. I can get those below retail. That is the way to go. Yes, sir. That's what. Those would double up before Destin Rivals would double up. Anyway, that's all I got today. Keeping it short and sweet. Just want to let y'all, see that little story of what was going on in my life. And I'll catch y'all. Oh, wait. One more thing. Bonus content right here. So, we got a show this weekend at the mall in Wilmington. And I don't know if it was advertised, or if it wasn't advertised, or if I just missed it. But I did not know it was till 8 p.m. Saturday night. That's going to be rough. Setup starts at 9. And if we left at 8, we wouldn't get done tearing down until 9 and load up. So it'd be 12 hours. Nobody wants to talk about 12 hours on your feet. God, that's going to be rough. But that is what it is, I guess. Wife ain't happy. I don't blame her. But, it's my business. It's the business, so we're going to have to do it. If it gets slow, if it's dead, we'll probably leave early. But honestly, if we're still booming at 8 o'clock, hell, I'm just still staying. I don't know what time the mall closes. Maybe the mall closes at 8. I don't know. But if we're still booming, I'm not packing up. But if we're dead and it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I'm probably going to leave. Anywho, I hope it's not dead. And it's really the only reason I want to leave is because the wife's going to want to leave. And it ain't worth the fight at that point, right? But, before making money, she ain't going to want to leave. She ain't going to be happy about staying, but she ain't going to want to leave. She talks a lot of junk, but she's for the business, too. She's business-minded. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll see y'all.